All right, I just sent it to you. Recording?
Yeah. Oh, no, this is perfect. And welcome to another glorious episode of Dots and Lines, where the Wednesday Warriors meet the Hard A's.
There
Jesus
we
Christ.
go.
I'm here with two of my closest friends in the world to talk about all things comics, anime, and manga. This week we have a lot of stuff to talk about, so please introduce yourselves, fellas.
It's your boy, me Connell, friendly neighborhood Renaissance man. I do all the things with all the stuff.
It is Mr. Sniffles, Digger Des. His name is Desmond. And yeah, from last episode, Justice for Mr. Sniffles. I got called a hard R for cursing in the first 3 minutes of YouTube. And as you can hear from the bleeps, I had only cursed one time. I was accused of cursing several times by yours truly. Go ahead, sir.
Yours truly being Grayson Red, a big old nerd. And I'm going to have to bleep a little bit earlier because someone said the B word. Shame on you. There's children.
In my defense, I didn't know we were recording because nobody said, "Hey, we're recording right now."
Well, got to stay on your toes, buddy. Just like our good friend. Oh, can this not come up? Our good friend Bruce Wayne from the Absolute Batman universe.
Oof. Yeah.
Let me tell you something right now. Things ain't looking too good for my big buff sad boy.
I feel like R. Kelly is playing in the background. The game is bad.
Your body is calling for me for sure. This is definitely Kels.
Dog, what? Why is he so
And
big?
then Absolute Batman is already jacked. So for Bane to be this big is
He looks
ridiculous.
tiny. What?
Listen, you
I
should
need
never
this
trust somebody with that much muscles and that little of a pea head.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
I feel like everybody in Absolute Batman is just a glorified YN. Like everybody is on demon time. There's no one that's like, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna think about my life a little bit. They're like, nah, fuck it.
Well, let's just real quick, let's talk about a summary of the book for those who have not read issue 9 of Absolute Batman. This arc is called Abomination for many reasons.
Clearly.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil some of the really sharp dialogue by Scott Snyder, but that gets brought up earlier on in the book. And it opens up with something real dark. Two Arab countries are going to liberate each other or embrace a peace treaty to liberate themselves from war. Bane comes through and fucks them up. And then after that, Bane comes through and messes up Batman's day after he tries to go and find one of his close friends, Waylon Jones, also known as Killer Croc. The implication is that Waylon Jones is getting experimented on, and they're about to do the same to Batman. That's the story in a nutshell. There's much cooler stuff, and the reveal of where he's at, Arc M, is so fucking cool.
Crazy.
Please back me up on this, Phil.
Yeah,
it looks crazy.
Honestly, bananas. I saw that. I was like, oh, okay. That's what Denver Airport looked like underground. Like, it's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah. There's a show called Paradise on Hulu. We're not sponsored by Hulu, so fuck them. But there's a show on Hulu called Paradise where they literally build like an underground bunker inside the side of a mountain. And it's like a city. That's kind of what this reminded me of.
Yeah.
Arkham is still Mr. Freeze's project?
No. So Arc M was, I guess Mr. Freeze was working in it or on it to some capacity. They talk about it on the book. But it has been laid out far before Mr. Freeze had a part of it, which they also lay out in the book.
So it looks like what's happening is they're trying to find genetic markers in people that are most optical to get touched and experimented on.
Guys, read the book. It's really good. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. 10 out of 10. No, spoilers. The one thing I do want to talk about that is spoilers. If you haven't seen or read the book yet or anything like that, skip 30 seconds ahead. when Bruce Wayne shit a brick when he realized
Yeah.
There's literally a panel of him literally shitting himself when he went to go fight Bane. And Bane was like, "Oh, you're doing Muay Thai," and then disabled his right arm. And then he swung again, and he was like, "Oh, you're doing this," and disabled his left arm. And then was like, "Oh, you still got some feet. Go ahead, try that." And then basically kicked the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And there's literally a moment where Batman's like, "You juiced up freak, I'm gonna take you down," bro. Cartoon shit. And Bane's like, "I'm not even on the juice yet. I'm just raw dogging this shit right now." And then proceeds to use the juice. And then we get the kaiju that we just saw.
All accurate.
Boy,
all accurate.
It physically made me gasp. Like, oh, it's real.
Yeah. Unlike when Bruce met Bane during the Nightfall event in the 90s, like Bruce is at full power here. You know, like he's not. For those who don't know, Bruce Wayne, Batman, was chasing after a whole bunch of escaped Arkham villains for like 3 days straight. And then when he came to the cave and was super tired and about to pass out, Bane basically jumped him and broke his back. That is not the case here. Bane talks, basically says, "I want this mano a mano," and proceeds to break him down like a bitch. And there is no reason why Bruce should lose besides the fact that like Bane is just better at him than fighting.
Yeah. There's a person on TikTok, I believe his name is King Lion. He constantly calls Bruce Wayne Bitch Wayne. And I get it. I understand it.
In this universe, it's harder for him to win, which is like, you know, supposed to be the calling card of this universe.
Yeah, all of that.
Yeah, like they're not supposed to have all the tricks and gadgets and all the advantages they have in the other universe. And boy, it shows. Like, I actively don't understand how Bruce is going to get out of this.
Yeah,
Which makes for a great story for me. I'm like, all right, Scott Snyder is going to be writing his fucking ass off.
Yeah. And he has prep time, and he's still getting his shit kicked in.
Yes. Prep time. That ain't gonna work here, dude.
Nah.
You know Zelina Kyle?
Actually, yes, Zelina Kyle's in this issue, and they're banging.
Doesn't Future have a song about what happens?
Oh, when they sleep on a bed full of money?
Yeah, they fuck on a pile of money.
Yeah, and you know what's funny? I guess they're going to talk about that next issue because they leave that in the air. Thank you for asking, Desmond. I still want people to watch this because read this because it's great, but it's a flashback, so we don't know what comes of that. We don't know where she is.
So was it even present day, Zelina?
No.
They're saving her for something, man.
Yeah, obviously.
Bruce Wayne right now is watching his life flash before his. You think she's gonna show up?
I don't know.
And save him like fucking. Well, I guess that didn't happen in the Dark Knight. She kind of led him there, but
I don't know.
I save her for like the Joker arc.
No, I'm saying she might show up to say, because I honestly don't know how Batman's gonna get out of this. There's no conceivable way. Like
maybe Croc, he teams up with Croc.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. And maybe he's all crocked out and looks crazy and he has super strength and he's gonna be able to help. I don't know.
That's
Kaiju versus Kaiju.
I want to give a quick shout out to Dragotta here. Nick Dragotta on art. We had the 2 issues with Mr. Freeze, which was Marcus Martin, if I remember correctly. Awesome art, and I thought it was a great little change of pace. Nick Dragotta comes back with a fucking fury here. This book looks incredible.
Yeah.
The Absolute has been killing it for so long. We talked about it on a former pod how Scott Snyder, who is the spearhead of this, said that they made all the money they were projected to make throughout the entire year through the first like 3-4 months. I can fucking tell these books are so exciting. I can't wait to buy another issue and talk about it with you guys. Hence this podcast.
Hence, it does make me feel like I'm like 15 again reading comic books because I don't know how the fuck that. Like, this is like New 52 where it was all a mystery and you didn't know how shit was gonna go. This is exactly where I'm at. Where
but they actually have like a plan here.
Huh?
Yeah, but they actually have a plan for this.
Chill, man. Leave New 52 alone, man.
I love New 52. That's when I started reading comic books weekly.
Got a special place in my heart, even if it is trauma, but still.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But objectively,
Speaking of trauma,
are we segueing into Wakanda
speaking of trauma, Black Panther.
listen, I said it in the short. I'll say it again.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe the hype. Our king is still black.
Ooh,
For now.
Ultimate Black Panther issue 17.
look at that mask.
Yeah, that's not
That is not T'Challa. No, very observant of you. It is Killmonger. Quick synopsis. It opens up with Killmonger actually trying on a mask, and Black Panther's wife pulling up on him saying, "Hey, how does it feel?" He makes a joke about how the mask is a little uncomfortable. Blah, blah, blah. Some villains are attacking around Wakanda, and long story short, they need to get them out of their land, even though they're not directly attacking Wakanda. Black Panther is indisposed right now. He's dealing with the whole vibranium's alive thing and having hallucinations. The only person that can help right now is Killmonger, and they are not allowed to use vibranium essentially because it's tainted. Because Killmonger, just like in every universe, in this universe, is a brilliant tactician, he kind of leads the Dora Milaje and a couple guards to take out this group of like mech men, if I remember correctly, and stop the uprising. People are very impressed with that, including Black Panther's wife. Desmond, when you get a chance, pull up that image because it's a little spicy. And while they're in the throne room having this intimate chat, the Black Panther's guard, the Voldu Khan, if I remember correctly, try to take over the throne. Like literally, it's like an upheaval right then and there. It's a quick whiplash of what the fuck is going on here. And at the end of the issue, the Sorcerer Supreme comes through and saves them. It was a lot in this issue.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing I can commend Black Panther for, it is the compression of comics. You are gonna get your money's worth each issue. We stopped an uprising. Black Panther's wife is arguably trying to bang Killmonger.
Gang.
We had like a second like mutiny trying to take over the throne, and then we had the Sorcerer Supreme come through and stop it.
I find it kind of ironic that they gave her the Killmonger cut.
Isn't it? Isn't it kind of crazy?
It's kind of fucking funny.
Listen, man. That being said, I like this issue a lot. At least a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Like, I was very intrigued. I'm always like concerned about the safety of Wakanda. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention at the end of the issue, Killmonger seems a little power hungry and sits on the throne and says, "All right, it's time for me to lead." What?
Mm-hmm.
Is T'Challa really doing his job though?
He is, but like, listen, heavy is the head, right? Desmond, when you read Ultimate Black Panther, bro, you'll see that like it's not just symbolism. No, there's a literal vibranium creature running around Africa. Literally, it's a great metaphor for like, oh, you know, the abuse of natural resources can lead to the destruction of a nation. But it's like, no, it's literal. He's here. He can destroy everything.
It's the literal manifestation of fucking what's the shit called? What am I? It's not overpopulation, but overmining and shit like that.
Overmining and shit, yeah. And he's still facing all the Ra and Khonshu nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing shit. He really is doing very important shit in protecting the nation. But he has to step away up from the nation to do that, and people are getting restless. It comes up kind of every issue, but remember, these issues are a month apart. So I've been reading for 17 issues. It's been 17 months for them. It's been over a year and a half, or about a year and a half of their king constantly in and out. So yeah, Desmond, I get what you're saying. Is he doing his job? He is, but because he's not doing it in front of them, they forget.
I feel like the tie-ins with the Ultimate Universe are doing well. Realistically, the entire Ultimates run is literally carrying Marvel on his fucking back right now. Between that and Imperial, like nothing but heat.
For like mainline, right, or just in general? For like mainline or in general?
I think in general, honestly, because whenever you look at chatter on the internet, the only thing anybody is talking about is the ultimate line.
That's a fact.
And Imperial had chatter for like a week when it dropped, but I don't really see anybody talking about it anymore.
That is fair.
I see Storm chatter.
Storm is a great book.
Storm is different because Storm is Storm.
Now, I still have her #1 issue when she was being written by Greg Pak, and it kind of came and went. This is a very good run, written by Morewa. I'm not going to try to say his last name because I'm not going to disrespect my ancestors.
Talking about the Eternal Storm comic, the one that's
yeah.
Storm is a literal fucking goddess, and granted, she's always been a goddess, but now she's like a literal goddess. Literal cosmic energy, like it's crazy.
But to your point, Phil, yeah, you're right. Like the chatter I hear about Marvel in particular is kind of almost always the ultimate stuff.
Yeah.
Can you blame us? It's really interesting.
It is. Same thing. I don't even know what's going on in DC right now outside of the Absolute Universe.
A lot of people say that same thing, bro. I'm not mad at you. And I'm actually a person that's reading mainline DC.
Wait. I do know. Remember that like pile of poop called Hush? Remember that?
Don't get me started on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. that part.
Get me started on that.
God, I hate that book so much. I hate it so much. Isn't the dude's name like The Silence or some shit like that? Like,
what are they on issue 2?
They're on issue like 4, bro, and I'm not reading it.
I don't know. I wish they would stop.
Hey, this is a book about positivity and how much we love this medium and these mediums. So I never want to dwell too much on how much we hate things. I will say though, I said from the very beginning, this is not going to be good. I'm not going to want to read this. I read the first issue and I was correct, and I stopped reading it.
Yeah, same.
This could be a part about positivity, but I thrive on negativity.
Shout out to Gangland. But yeah, I fucks heavily with what's going on right now in Marvel and DC. I just hope that it translates to the movie aspect, because I'm a movie guy. I love comic books, don't get me wrong, but I am at heart a movie guy. And I want it to translate so badly to the point that where like I don't even want Connected Universe anymore. I just give me 3 movies of Absolute Batman. That's it. Give me Absolute Wonder Woman in a movie, dog.
I don't know if I agree with that.
You would. So you tell me you wouldn't watch Absolute Batman?
I'm a comic book homer. I'm not a movie guy.
So you tell me you wouldn't watch it. You wouldn't pull up to the movies and watch it.
Because it's a comic book related property, I would, of course.
I was gonna say, since you brought up movies.
Yeah.
You said what?
The Rock movie. Since you brought up movies, and we were talking about mainline, like I do still have to read the Mr. Terrific comic.
You said Mr. T.
Yeah, Mr. T at first. Chill. Shout out to the A team. But nah, Mr. Terrific. Shout out to Mr. Terrific.
Yeah. Apparently Mr. Terrific year 1 is pretty good so far. You're right, Desmond. I forgot to pick it up. You know what? We should all read it and like talk about it next when the next issue comes out.
Okay. Is it Mr. Terrific from the Superman movie, or is it just like an original Mr. Terrific?
No, it's mainline universe. I guess they're showing a telling of this literal first year as Mr. Terrific.
Okay.
No, I thought it was the movie one, but same thing.
Yeah, same shit.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't come out on Juneteenth.
No.
So
DC would be childish for that shit.
I need them to stop doing that. Like I get it, but stop.
I need more.
Yeah.
I need some pandering. Hey man, listen. We got all these. Listen, at the end of the day, it's all pandering. All of it. They make characters that pander to a specific subset of the population that they think that would like. I don't have to go down a plethora of really awesome white heroes that are pandering to a white person's power fantasy. I want that same stuff. Pander, just make it good.
That's fair.
To be honest, that's why I didn't like Superman at first.
Because he was pandering?
It just felt like they were championing him specifically. And since his powers are so broken, like it kind of felt like like supremacy type of deal. Like I'm not comparing this at all.
Yeah.
But like yeah, it was a little much.
That's a lines in the hot take era. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man.
Not to detour too much, but as I know you don't like this term, but as a normie, I could see why you would feel like that. I really do. I mean, he is the Boy Scout. He's never doing anything wrong. Like, I'm not trolling with you. I could totally see why a person looking from the outside would feel like that.
Yeah,
I'm just laughing because you said normie with like the same like anger as a mudblood. Like you said that with like it was a slur.
All right,
normie head ass.
Desmond, we got another thing to talk about here.
Yeah. What is this other picture? I'm trying to. What is that?
Oh, pull it up.
Ooh.
What's your favorite type of side, Desmond?
Don't say that. Don't say
that. I'm not going to say
it. Don't do that.
Let's say it on the count of 3. I'll bleep it out.
No.
All right.
No.
1,
no.
2,
stop it. What's wrong with y'all? Oh my god. We're gonna get banned.
For those of y'all that don't know, right, the origin story of this insider joke. We come from Yu-Gi-Oh! I run a Lightstorm deck. I have been a Judgment Dragon fan since the beginning. So nuking the field, it's a little terrible insider that we have, and yeah. So for those of y'all that needed context, and that would be everyone. So, yeah, there's that.
Oh, Desmond used to play Kanye West all the time when we were playing Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, whoa, chill. That's cap. That's cap.
All right. This is a screenshot from the latest episode of Gundam Gquuuuuux. Our main character has to stop our side character, Nyan. Machu is basically ordered to stop the Zek Nova from happening. Zek Nova, from what you guys may or may not remember, is a giant energy field event that kind of obliterates everything that it touches, keeping it short. They're both being manipulated by older people that have gone through war to continue a war. That's what it comes down to. And it's very sad because Nyan is doing whatever Lady Cassilia, who is kind of the head of the Nazis, to make the Zek Nova happen for her own gain. She actually does it, and it kills a lot of the Space Noids, which is basically an ethnic set of people. That's why we're jokingly saying it's a genocide, but like honestly, it is. She kills a lot of people. We're talking about tens of thousands of people, probably.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Remember when the first 2 episodes of Gundam was like plucky and fun and bright colors and
you know what I said? It's going to evolve into something deep.
You know what? I was wrong. I'll admit that. I was hesitant about the show. I was wrong.
I got shades on, but I still got the vision, nigga. Come on, baby.
Any more payoffs for the multiverse in this one?
No, not directly. But whenever Nyan pilots the G-Fred, yes, the G-Fred, and when she activated whatever she needed to through shenanigans to get the Zek Nova, she saw the Kira again, and it seemed a little bit more intense. I want to know whether or not it is because she's starting to see the other side of the Kira.
She got fine. Yep.
And I want to also say this for those who are initiated. The guy with the blonde hair that's covering his eyes, and we find out it's blue, when the Zek Nova starts happening, he jumps out. It's got to be Char. It's got to be Char. This is kind of relating to what you said, Desmond. There's a theory going on. We don't know if that's Char that went in from this universe or it's Char from another universe. It's like, this is kind of crazy. Let me see what's going on here. So that might be multiversal Char, and we don't know. And he switched places with the Char when, the Zek Nova happened like 6 years ago.
What about Suchi? He's still Isekai?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He's somewhere in Kira land talking to robots and being a weirdo.
Avoiding his 2 women.
Or he's got too many girls. Too many.
He cooks.
That's what happens when you're a homeless artist.
Yeah.
That's facts, though.
Yeah. Listen, another wonderful episode. When Yan actually fired off the weapon that was killing a whole bunch of people, I wanted to use that screenshot specifically because it was alarming. Like, one of the biggest themes of Gundam is war hurts everyone, and using children for war only further hurts more generations because you're raising someone with trauma. Immediately traumatized after this. Yan's traumatized. Machu is traumatized. Everyone's hurt, and this is only going to be a scar to bear for the rest of their lives.
Damn.
Similar to how we send the 18-year-old kids to war, and they come back fucked up forever.
Damn.
Yeah, you guys are gonna see on the thumbnail that Phil made for this episode. Like Machu's, like you can see it in her eyes. Like she just witnessed some shit. Like
She tired.
that screenshot from the episode is just like really impactful.
So was she able to weaponize the Zek Nova?
Yes, yes, to make a genocide.
I mean, like fire it on will, weaponize.
Yes, the whole thing was she went into, I don't want to mess up the logistics of it, but she goes in, she connects the G-Fred, like there's specifically a plate in her face that opens up or whatever in the Gundam. It connects, powers it up. The whole reason it activated where it did is so it could wipe out a whole bunch of people that Zeon is, in battle with, essentially.
So she just has it on tuck. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nasty work because Cassilia, if you guys watched the original Gundam, which I know you guys didn't, Cassilia has always been a cold motherfucker. In this episode, she kills her brother and keeps it pushing.
Damn.
All right? She doesn't care. Like, she's about the bottom line, freedom for Zeon, freedom for the space noids. But violence begets violence.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to shut up in a second. But Zeon was always about, like, freeing the people in space because they were oppressed. Cool. But because of all the infighting and how politics work, now they're literally killing their own people. They just genocided a whole bunch of space noids, a whole bunch of Zeon's forces. It's insanity.
I mean, shit, the only difference between a freedom fighter and a terrorist is which side of the line you're standing on. So
that's a big theme in Gundam, man. It's beautiful, it's tragic, and we only got 2 episodes left, so shit's about to get even realer.
Oof.
To quote one of our old coaches, shit gets real
real quick. Okay. Yeah, but speaking of 2 episodes left and terrorism, shout out to the White Clad.
Crazy.
Shout out to the White Clad show getting more connections. The name of the episode, More Connections.
Desmond, what's your favorite episode again?
Stop.
No, man. That was already in the pod, man. We can have it on
Good.
more than one. I mean, is it when it's planetary devastation?
It's the definition.
Yes, that is the literal definition of it. You have to bleep a lot. You have to bleep a lot. Yes.
So with Thanos, so it being half the planet, is that so?
Yes.
Yes, that was the problem. That's why it's bad.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, famous shit. Young get his cancer. Young is in trouble. We're gonna get real big one day, and somebody's gonna come back and look at this.
And they're gonna be like, how come that guy Mikon like hit Kanye so much?
Oh, that's crazy. Not at all.
No, that wasn't your boy. Anyway, back to Shinra and show. Has anyone else seen the episode or?
I did, but I want you to take off. I yapped for too long.
This yours. Pop off.
Yeah.
Okay, so we only have 2 episodes left, and we're like definitely in a new arc. It's the Stone Pillars arc. Mm-hmm. As you can see, the 7th pillar, Sumire, is initiating, like getting the cataclysm going. Like they're wasting no time. Everyone is accounted for, and it's time to burn the world. It's time to make the world a sun. So Shinra is getting advice from Captain Waka Benimaru about the third eye and chakras and shit. Basically, on how to get a deeper connection with the Adola Link, and it's gonna play in the upcoming core in January for the second part of this season 3. But yeah, I'm interested to see on what cliffhangers they use for these last 2 episodes.
This is about to be real nasty. Like the heroes are not. Benny knows that he can't take all of them on by himself. He knows he's going to be great backup, but at the end of the day, this plan is going into motion. These pillars are set, like you said. Like this ain't looking good.
I do think Benny could probably take out half of them, at least half of the heavy hitters, except for like Dragon. Like if Dragon and the black dude jump him, maybe he might have a problem. But like, I'm sure he can watch the other ones.
Half isn't all, bro.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's Hamea and Dragon that would give Benny an option, and mainly Dragon. Not yet Hamea, but don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves there. Yeah. But yeah.
And don't let Sho really get to work for backup to fight Benny, because like that's a lot of firepower, pun intended, at one person, bro, to handle,
So Desmond, what would you rate this episode?
It was a setup episode. I would rate it like a 7.5, like how we rated Gundam.
Like how I rated Ultimate.
Ultimate. It was a comic. It was not Gundam. Okay. But yeah, it's about a 7.5. It's a lot of lore, backstory, setup for these last 2 episodes of the half of the core. There's not much Arthur in it. It's mainly just Shinra Sho's guardian, Arrow, and the rest of the pillars just getting ready to, genocide.
Yeah. That is the theme of this episode, guys.
No, it's not.
Good old-fashioned genocide.
It's not. We're not. It's just bleep. The theme is bleep. That's the theme.
I'm not bleeping genocide.
You have to. You literally have to.
Is that YouTube? Is that YouTube guidelines? Do we have to believe that?
I think genocide
make it much funnier.
Yes, nigga.
It makes it more funnier if like we do bleep it and no one hears like what we're saying.
No one knows what the word is actually.
I could put that banner up.
No, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Yo, y'all funny as hell.
If y'all need a type up of what the theme of this episode is, we got you for sure. But no, we're not going to cover too much. Like,
if you're curious what the theme of the episode is, comment on the video and one of us will message you.
I bet you they're gonna find out because I'm gonna leave some of this in.
Yeah, please go.
But we only had really 2 episodes weekly anime that we wanted to cover. We do want to get into.
I do want to say though, One Piece was great. One Piece is really great arc. Kuma's awesome.
One Piece is always great.
Not always, but it's really great. This past decade
is popping.
Yeah.
Do you want to say something about To Be Hero X2? And we're still in Scion's arc.
Another twist, baby.
Oh yeah, what a surprise!
When the twist surprises you, but doesn't surprise you that you have a twist, I think it's great writing.
No, it's not. M. Night Shyamalan built his whole career on making.
That's different.
The same thing. It's the same thing.
Those are bad twists. M. Night Shyamalan's had several bad twists. I don't think To Be Hero X has been bad. I don't want to bicker about this because we have Kaiju number 8, an incredible season number 2 that is going to come out and shake the world.
July, real soon. Phil, you said you've been rewatching season 1. Do you want to comment anything on
Kaiju number 8? Is like it's like every person that, I don't want to say peaked in high school, but they didn't have a good time in high school, and now they're an adult, and now they get to do cool shit. That is literally our main character, where he has no potential to do anything but shovel literal shit. And then he gets infected by this thing, and now he turns into like him, basically. But he still doesn't believe he's him. And as we get into the second season, we get more into the world and the lore of Kaiju number 8. But Kaiju number 8 is just straight up shonen. It's just straight hands. It's not really a deep story, but like you don't need that. The thing that it gives you, it's got a lot of heart. It's got a lot of really cool technology and a lot of really cool moves, and it really speaks to like the Kaiju culture. I guess Kaiju culture is the word, but it's like it's a Kaiju manga. It's a Kaiju anime. It's about regular ass niggas fighting giant monsters. What more do you need? I don't know. But I'm very hyped for this season. Very excited for the second season and where it's going to go after that if it gets picked up again. So all in all, go watch the first season. Second season coming soon.
Funny enough, the girl, she's like literally in high school, if not middle school, and there is no peak in sight for her. It's like she is manning about 2 or 3 different number weapons. So her peak is nowhere near anytime soon. Like this is gonna be her season for sure.
Yeah, she gets a literal fucking battle axe. Like what? The axe is the size of her. Like what more could you want?
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Straight hands, feet, knees, and elbows.
Controversial opinion. Another season for summer for anime. Okay, so I think I'm the only one here who saw the Dandadan movie.
Yes.
All right.
Controversial. I'm curious.
Oh
no.
So it might be controversial on the take that the movie was a lot more 3 episodes than it was, movie. The way it ended, you could tell that, all right, that's the cutoff for the 3rd episode. But there was no resolution. Like, we need Aaliyah and Timberland. We need a resolution. Like, don't give me Demon Slayer, the Mugen Train arc, and then have Rengoku becoming a donut. And if you're gonna adapt 12 chapters in 3 episodes, I need an actual resolution. I don't need the cliffhanger that y'all did it on, because it's not even really much of a cliffhanger. So, we get to see Okuran versus Evil Eye Gigi. But again, the way it ends, you can tell that it's just 3 episodes back to back instead of a movie.
Yeah,
and that may or may not be controversial. What's up?
I was gonna say that is the trend that we're seeing coming.
Yeah, it's the formula.
Yeah, where it's like you get 3 episodes, because they recently just re-released the Hidden Inventory arc from JJK as a movie.
It's gonna be the last episode of that and the 2 episodes of this upcoming season, I think, or just all 3 of the last episodes.
It's the Hidden Inventory. It's that arc with young Gojo and Geto.
Yeah, they're re-releasing as a movie with some additional scenes and fights.
Yeah, but it's that same formula, because Mugen Train worked.
Yeah, but Mugen Train was actually a movie though. It started, it had a climax, and it actually ended. These are just the making it episodic takes away of the movie aspect of it.
Yeah,
the climaxes are 3 different climaxes because it's the climax of each one of those different episodes.
Yeah, I guess because Mugen Train was a really short arc.
It's probably about the same as the Dandadan, about 12 chapters, maybe 9ish.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the arc ended, and then we got into the next arc, which was the Swordsmith Village.
No, it was Entertainment District after that.
Yeah, I'm wrong.
Actually, I think Demon Slayer adapted the
Swordsmith
Train in the 3 episodes as well. That may only be 3 episodes in the Demon Slayer season 2, but it still felt like an actual movie though.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, it was good. It was worth the wait to seeing it, ahead of time, a month early. Seeing it, late middle June instead of early July. Yeah. Again, they did 12 chapters. The Sukinoku is the Mongolian death worm, which is the first half villain of the thing. The color grading, because these are all just manga panels, just colored. But the color grading and everything, it gave life into like what you're watching. Like the studio, that's why I can't wait for the the Ghost in the Shell, because like the way that they depict the art in Dandanon is really great. That's why I won like best character design in the Crunchyroll Awards. Like they really take it to the next level, bringing life to the characters and like the scenes and stuff. So I'm not saying that the movie wasn't good because of that. I'm tired of the formula if it's not going to serve as like a standalone type of deal.
Yeah, but like fuck you, money.
Yeah,
that's what they think. That's it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's profitable because you're probably gonna watch the episodes, bro.
For sure.
So like they're getting money, they're repackaging something they already made.
It's double
I would do the same thing.
Yeah, Konami does it all the time, but we're not talking about TCG.
Capitalism.
Tell that. Listen, that nigga preaching. He preaching.
We're not gonna get into the Konami aspect of that because that's a real thing.
Crazy.
And I did also have one more, real quick. I'm the only one who watches this shit. Pokemon Horizons.
How the fuck did better here?
We're talking about anime that we want.
Yeah, June 27th. Pokemon Season 2.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
Is it the picture that you're talking about?
Yeah, I'm saying, how the fuck did Pokemon get here?
Yeah.
What?
It's called evolution, bro.
Bitch. I see what you did there. When you level up, you gotta evolve. I mean, it's just the way that it works.
There are several deities in this photo.
Several. Rayquaza, the DNA Pokemon, I forgot its name. Yeah, there's a whole bunch in there. The Paradox Pokemon that looks like Entei in the back. But yeah, Pokemon Horizons Season 2 Part 3. I think it's better than the original 150 Ash Ketchum run. That's me. Like they got the best 3 starters in Pokemon. Fuecoco, Masquerena, and Quaxley, the water duck.
That's a controversial opinion.
Isn't that
who other 3 would you maybe Chimchar, but what other 3 is better than that other than the original?
Gen 2, people would die by Gen 2.
Yeah.
People would die by Gen 2.
Who likes Chikorita?
A lot of people do.
Blaziken? What are you talking about?
That's
Gen 3.
That's Gen 3. What about Chikorita?
Feraligatr and Quilava are people will die by them.
Yeah.
You said Quilava. We're not going to talk about the lore of Quilava there.
Okay.
The Typhlosion.
Yeah, the Typhlosion is as on some Diddy shit. We're gonna leave that alone on that one.
Yeah, we don't talk about Typhlosion anymore.
Okay, I'm respecting your opinion. Everyone deserves one, but a lot of people would say Gen 2 is their favorite.
I agree.
Gen 2, Gen 3, like
Gen 3 was goated.
But get your shit off, Desmond. Let me shut up.
Stats wise, like we're not getting into like the game mechanics of it, but this generation right here really might be the best 3. Masquerena is like the top base speed Pokemon starter like of all time, I think.
What's Masquerena?
It's the Leaf Dark Pokemon. It's the main character's starter, Liko. I'll edit pictures into them, obviously, but whatever Fuecoco evolves into, he's a fire and ghost. And he learns Torch Stone.
Alligator?
Again, yes, a fire alligator ghost.
That's hard.
And Liko is maybe non-canon black man, and he raps against gym leader who is also a black woman who is also a ghost trainer.
You said he raps against her?
Yes, he battle raps against her.
It sounds fun, Desmond. It sounds super fun.
It's amazing. Like you gotta watch this. You gotta watch this with King, bro. For real.
The fact that they make the black people rap against each other is crazy.
It is, but it's Pokemon.
Hey, I'm a huge Naruto fan, and B came out rapping. He's one of my favorite characters of all time.
But like, imagine if the whole Cloud Village was spitting bars, and then it'd be like, all right.
You don't think Chocho would have spit some bars to get his job?
I hope not.
he
Choji would have came in there like Eminem for his Black Queen. Come on, man.
Come on, bro. He would have been the hardest rapper about chicks ever.
He did back a black girl, so
he did.
Fun fact, you know that. Sorry, go ahead, Des. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I said you should have cut that off.
Masashi Kishimoto, the writer of Naruto, created the Cloud Village because he realized that Naruto was becoming international. He was like, oh, I want other people to be able to look at some of the characters and see themselves.
Shout out to inclusion.
So he made the strongest character in the Cloud Village rap.
It's debatable if he's stronger than but yeah.
Then the third, maybe.
It's debatable.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay.
And he was supposed to be more inspired by like American wrestling than anything else, and the rapping haikus was supposed to just be like funny, but whatever. I
can see that with his moves, like the lariat and the Liger bomb and shit.
At least he didn't like Mr. Popo him. So,
this is a conversation we should have. Like, I do want black people to be represented. We don't have to have this conversation now, but I do want black people to be represented as more of the stereotypes. But like, I do want black people aren't just a monolith. Like, people can be goofy. We have goofy white characters. Like,
yeah, but it's when they're drawn like exaggerated. Like,
I'm not talking about that at all. I'm not even bringing that into the equation here. I'm talking about like character traits emotionally. And
okay, I get you. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I don't want blackface. No.
There's Soul Eater does a really good job of their black people. Fire Force by proxy, same creator.
Yeah.
Bleach does a good job, except for they over-sexualize all their women. And by proxy, Yurichi is also bad as hell. So,
is she black?
Yes, I think.
Yeah, why not?
I'm pretty sure she's Indian.
Is she?
I'm pretty sure.
Don't
I know we accept her because like every dark-skinned person we should accept because like we have like none in anime, but like I'm like 90% sure she's inspired by Indian people.
Huh.
Because they have actual black people in the show with like textured hair.
Tozen
he's definitely black. He has like braids. And he had like a little fro when he was younger.
Yeah, I think it's Hannibal. She has blonde hair, blue eyes.
But they have like I know that he's capable of drawing black features and stuff. And I'm pretty sure she's Indian. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Look that up. I had no idea. I wonder. I don't know. I guess like the lightning-based powers was like, oh, okay, of course she's black.
Okay, well,
that's
a callback to like our first or second episode.
Episode 2.
Yeah,
wrong about something. I still stand on what I said though. 90% of black characters have like
that is their power base. No, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
No,
do we got recommendations? Hey.
I do want to recommend. Of course, I'm going to recommend Absolute Batman issue number 9. The storyline is going to be great. Abomination is going to be awesome. Scott Snyder's a genius. I can't say enough. So good.
That's facts. I want to recommend 2 things. One is an anime called Windbreakers. If you want to watch an anime where they just be throwing them bitches, is Windbreakers. Windbreakers is like if Knuck If You Buck was an anime. Like it.
Shout out to the gentleman.
Yeah. Shout out to what?
The gentleman.
Yeah. Great. Love it. Absolutely.
That's the yeah.
And the other thing I want to shout out is Desmond brought this up earlier. Eternal Storm. I forgot how like amazing that book is, and the fact that like Storm has been getting progressively stronger throughout the years ever since the Krakoa era, and this is honestly like peak Storm. I want nothing but the best for her, and I will give her all my money and all my credit cards.
She deserves it.
She deserves it.
Yeah, Storm does need it all. Make it rain on her.
Mhm.
I I am going to recommend Pokemon Horizons. Again, this is it's an amazing series for like new people in Pokemon, old people in Pokemon. You know, if you haven't played since Diamond and Pearl, Black and White, like definitely get into it. It catches you up on all the newer stuff, but in like a not so where the fuck were you at type of energy. Like it's not making you feel bad about growing up from Pokemon, but you know, if you got children, if you want to watch it with them, seeing their reaction to it, like the fresh start of I think the episodes are structured a lot more where you get a lot more out of it than you did in the original. Like it was a lot more slice of life in the beginning. Now it's just like actual Pokemon action, and like the story is a lot better than it was the original 150 as well. So Pokemon Horizons, there's a whole bunch before the June 27th one. Like the first season, I think, is like 4 parts or 3 parts, and the second season that they're on now, they have 2 parts adapted already. So you can get like 50 or 60 episodes, maybe 40 before that even starts.
Damn.
Okay. No, that sounds good, man.
Yeah.
I should really check it out. I've been peeping Pokemon, side eyeing it. Like, do I want to play that game? Do I want to touch that a little bit?
I'm
And
actually
then, like,
getting green right now on my phone.
An emulator?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about the card game, but like,
yeah.
TCG Pocket is kind of nice.
Yeah,
like,
they're making it real accessible, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I would never have played the Pokemon game if it weren't for that app.
Apparently, I was talking to someone that actually plays Pokemon, and apparently, like the decks are dirt cheap because everyone is opening so many boxes to get the crazy chase cards that there's just a whole bunch of product and singles that you can get for a very low amount of money. Like he said, make a good deck, it's under $100, like a good competing deck.
Damn.
I hear it's less than $50 because they do rarity. They have a lot more rarity options than they do with Yu-Gi-Oh. So,
bro, do you know how much we spent for a competitive deck in Yu-Gi-Oh? One card might be $100. Literally.
Yeah, it's still $70 for a Fiend Smith track right now.
Goodness gracious, bro.
What happened to robbing niggas? Like what? What happened to that?
All right, that has been another W episode
of Dots and Lines.
I appreciate y'all homies watching every week. Even if it's just the clips, like, share, subscribe, recommend, watch the shit, read comics. Be a hard A, man. We love y'all.
Goodbye.